Hello world of YouTube, and it's been a while since I filmed one of these. It's been a while since I filmed a new discography review, and it's been a while. And I know the majority of you guys like my discography reviews a lot. I've never thought about abandoning them, but I'm gonna be doing one now. But a couple things. First off, I just filmed another co-op Let's Play today with, it's actually a 4-player Let's Play of Castle Crashers, and it's so fucking good. Editing the audio, but I'm taking a break from that to film this. But it's a discography review with Shake, me, Retro Gamer Man 64, which is Shake's cousin, and Shake's nephew. So it's like a whole family, and me! And it's awesome, it's so funny. I cannot wait for you guys to see it if you like that kind of stuff. When it starts to be up, I'll make another announcement of it, because Shake has to edit it and do all that stuff. But, when that's up, I'll make another announcement about it, and I'll even put a link to the other thingy of this video. But yeah, the other thing. This is just for fun, but some of you know I have a music channel. And now, I guess I'm gonna be in a tribute band on YouTube? A Sabbath tribute band. A guy I'm gonna be collaborating with, his channel on the screen somewhere. He does Sabbath covers. He asked if I wanted to be the singer, so I said, sounds like fun. It's for fun. It's nothing completely serious, so yeah. But now that's out of the way, welcome to the Limp Bizkit Discography review. And I actually feel I'm missing something here. Nah, this isn't right. This isn't right at all. This is still not right. In fact, that should be over there. So, yeah! Now, this is my Limp Bizkit discography review, and I understand some of you might not like Limp Bizkit. I get that a lot. People don't like Limp Bizkit, and I know why. People don't normally like Fred as a frontman and as a person. I know he's a douchebag. I know he's not a good person in really many aspects. He's a huge asshole. But I enjoy the music for more than just Fred Durst. I like Wes Borland's guitar skills. I enjoy the backbeat that John Otto provides, along with some of the bass lines Sam provides, along with adding to that backbeat. And of course, DJ Lethal does have some pretty decent beats in him. So I like a lot of elements of Limp Bizkit, and basically when we're talking about their albums, obviously, but I'm going to be splitting this up very unevenly, and that's mostly because I wanted to get those updates out of the way. This is part 1, the 90s. They only had 2 albums in the 90s. They had $3 Bill Y'all's Significant Other, and I'm going to talk about the demo album to Significant Other a little bit, because I've heard the offcuts and some of the scraps, so I'll talk about those as well. But if you would like to skip ahead to the 2000s, where I talk about Chocolate Starfish and Hot Dog Flavored Water, Results May Vary, The Unquestionable Truth Part 1, the remix album New Old Songs, and the new album Gold Cobra, click the door Fedora. That's what it's there for, to take you to the future, or to take you to the past, wherever I detonated. It's a magical fedora. But, yeah, why don't we go ahead and get started. And the first album they released is called $3 Bill Y'all $, which was released back in 1997, and this is a typical first album. It is a lot more raw than the rest of the material. Fred screams a lot more than on the rest of the material. And the instrumentation just seems a lot less refined, which I really enjoy. I mean, I like clean polish. I love polish, but for bands like Limp Bizkit, the raw just to me seems better. Like, Wes Borland is a guitarist where I'd love to hear his stuff just more grittier, more just unrefined. I like demos of Wes Borland's work, because they just sound a lot more natural for him. And, I mean, they put a demo on this. They put the song Leech, which is a fantastic song. It really shows the aggression that Limp Bizkit could go for, that they don't completely achieve a lot in, especially the latter half of their career. But, I mean, this has a lot of aggression coming from, like, Pollution, kind of from Counterfeit, from the Faith cover, which is when I say a Limp Bizkit cover is great, it's great for them, because they've covered a lot of stuff that's been meh, but that's probably the best cover, the Faith cover. But, and of course Leech being this very raw song, but you have a lot of the spacier rhythms and sounds from the band on songs like Stingfinger, kind of from Everything being this spaced out jam session. And Sour kind of has that vibe to it. It's very just weird with the opening riff that it's an interesting album. And I think the thing with Limp Bizkit is you kind of have to start with the early stuff because they transition so awkwardly. So I definitely recommend you check out this album first if you ever want to get into Limp Bizkit. If you're ever like, I'll check out this band that a lot of people don't like. My favorite song is actually probably the Leech demo, because I love that raw sound. It's great. Not my favorite album of theirs, but definitely a very solid start for a band like this career. And the second album they released, and the last album in the 90s they released, was called Significant Other, which was released back in 1999. And basically they took their raw sound and polished it quite a bit, kept a bit of that rawness in there, and added some hip-hop, like an actual solid hip-hop songs. Like the song "In Together Now" is is pretty much the song I'm speaking of, with Method Man. Which, by the way, anytime members of Wu-Tang collaborate with Limp Bizkit, it's pretty fucking good. "In Together Now" is my favorite Wu-Tang Limp Bizkit bring together until Gold Cobra, which I'll talk about in the next video. But this is their most popular album. It's my favorite album by them. I mean, you got solid drum fills or backbeats from John. You have some great bass lines. Rearranged is my favorite song on the album, and that bass line, I just love the way it sounds. I love the way everything flows in together. And Fred doesn't sound that bad on that song. I mean, to really criticize Fred is not that hard. I mean, obviously he has this whiny voice. It can get on people's nerves very fast. But, it's grown on me a lot. I laugh when the yells come in, but it's just because it's funny. Now, the interesting thing about this album is that it went through a lot of changes. Like, I've heard the Significant Demos album, and they were supposed to have Serge Tankian on, I believe, Nobody Like You. They replaced him with Jonathan Davis. And I can understand why it's not on there. It's weird to hear Serge with a band like Limp Bizkit. I mean, I know he's collaborated with like Deftones and stuff, but Deftones is definitely a different monster who I will review actually in the fairly near future. I've been planning on doing that. But this is just a classic Limp Bizkit album. Very basic riffs to an extent. A very solid instrumentation from the band. I mean, you have typical canon with songs like Just Like This and even Nookie and Break Stuff that kind of become typical Bizkit style. The thing with Limp Bizkit is, and I love this aspect of them, the ballady side, when Fred does a lot more singing than he does rapping, even though he doesn't have the best singing voice, or if he's rapping it's a lot more not, I'm rapping in your face and I'm coming down! It's not like that at all. Probably the weakest one in this album is Show Me What You Got, because it's a location song, which is kind of meh. And I can't really criticize the lyrical content of Mr. Fred Durst, because he's never been known to be this poetic figure lyrically. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a solid follow-up, great album for them. It's a great album in general, actually. Significant Other is a classic album within this genre. And that's actually going to conclude part 1 of my Limp Bizkit review. Again, if you would like to see part 2, click the fedora in the background, the door fedora. And I'll see you guys in the 2000s with Limp Bizkit.